We are so excited here at Grebel to be commissioning Jim Patterson to create We Are All Engines of Joy. This sculpture is going to be part of our Grebel art collection. And it's wonderful to have Jim, as an alumnus and an artist, have a contribution to this collection. Jim's work is featured in a variety of public settings, like hospitals, but has had his art included in private collections as well. Recently, Jim's work, The Triumphal Entry, was part of an exhibit called Crossings in Toronto. This exhibit was set up for Stations of the Cross, and this sculpture was the first of the stations. Jim was a student here at Grebel, and this is where he met his wife, Lynn Thiessen, and they shared so many memories of friends of that era. Jim says, "The energy of living in a community with so many other bright people opened new pathways for thought and challenged me to take my faith more seriously." While studying fine art at the University of Waterloo, Jim was under the tutelage of Nancy Lou Patterson, who created the lovely Grebel windows that you see here. Jim says, "She always encouraged me to be myself, to be human and not give in. To produce, 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 and never stop producing. This approach has allowed me to explore deeply the minds of my own creativity and go way below the surface of what I know or have within me." We Are All Engines of Joy will be a large 4 by 7 foot sculpture made of mixed media and steel. We Are All Engines of Joy will include many aspects of life at the University of Waterloo and Conrad Grebel. The 6 big wheels represent the 6 faculties of the University of Waterloo and their various colors. Behind the faculty wheels is the running peaked roof line of the original residence of Grebel, an identifying feature of this community to the larger campus. Below the peaked roof lines is a more geometric interpretation of the chapel's colored glass windows. There are a variety of elements that speak to the academic programs at Conrad Grebel. At the bottom left, there are swords that are changed into plowshares, a nod to the Peace and Conflict Studies department at Grebel. There are also a variety of musical symbols, including a keyboard and the stylized neck of a string instrument, which speaks not only to the music department, but to the music that is made in the chapel. You may also see the tall sails with the heads at the top, which sort of represent students or angels sailing into their futures, as Jim says. And the windmills are another feature. And of these, he says, "I often incorporate these into my art pieces to recognize Canada's long-standing agricultural heritage and a nod to the Old Order Mennonite community in particular that still uses these windmills for passive irrigation. In most of my art pieces," he says, "these elements move me towards a hint of the Holy Spirit." We Are All Engines of Joy is going to be installed in this wall in the new dining room. Alumni and donors have always been a major part of our community at Grebel, and we want to particularly focus on the support of this artistic project and the lounge as well. Donations can be made by writing a check to Conrad Grebel University College, putting that in the mail, or visiting the website to make an online donation. Thanks again for your interest and support.